right, at 8:23, we do have some very big breaking news after covering the story now into its 14th day.
Don't have a ton of detail, but the word has gone around like wildfire. A couple of them have left with smiles and waves, so the word is getting around now. We do have it confirmed in the newsroom that Danilo Cavalcante has been caught.
I believe this is what we've been waiting for a couple of weeks now. Danilo Cavalcante in custody.
He's in handcuffs. They wiped off his face. It is clean shaven, and from the latest images that we have of Danilo, he did shave off his beard, but you can see he still has long hair and it's still, dangling in his face there, but he has been in handcuffs, and it looked as if he was in an area where there was a lot of firewood. It seems like in every photo that we've shown, he looks very different, and maybe that was part of the reason why he was able to hide for so long. That, in addition to his mother, who did an interview with the New York Times that was released today, saying that he's experienced going without food for a long time because of his upbringing and being out in wooded areas and surviving that way on his own. So it looks like they're putting him in an armored vehicle now.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, we're so zoomed in, and we want to be because we want to see what he looks like and what's going on, but...
Yeah, they're putting him in a very secure vehicle here, armored.
It looks like they're making sure they got his hands behind his back there, but he was wearing an Eagles sweatshirt. Now they're cutting that off.
They normally will cut off the shirts just to see if there's any weapons inside a shirt, even though they've checked him inside and out for that. You never know, they might want to get the Eagles shirt off of him. How did this all play out in the final minutes here? It's going to be so interesting to learn the details.
On edge for the last 2 nights this morning, residents got the news we were all waiting for.
The subject is in custody. Meaning, subject is in custody.
Our nightmare is finally over.
In hospital gown and handcuffs, Danilo Cavalcante was walked out of the Avondale State Police Barracks after cooperating with interrogators, telling them through a Portuguese interpreter that he intended to carjack someone in the next day.
Jennifer Lubrano and her husband say the capture of escaped killer Danilo Cavalcante will mean sleeping without a pistol at arm's length tonight. They spent 2 days with police crawling all over their 70-acre horse farm in the search zone on the same block where the escaped killer was last spotted.
We just have not slept. I mean, we've had every light on in the house. We've basically been locked in the house.
Just after midnight on his 14th day on the lam, police say a burglar alarm sounds at a home near Pritzker Road inside the perimeter. A drug enforcement agency plane picks up an image on the ground.
There was an aircraft overhead utilizing FLIR technology close to 1 a.m. picked up a heat signal.
And they move in on the surprised escaped murderer.
He began to crawl through thick underbrush, taking his rifle with him as he went.
A U.S. Border Patrol team from Texas working with a state police special response unit unleashed their dog.
The dog subdued him, and team members from both of those teams immediately moved in.
We have learned tonight that Hero K9 with the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, the one who took down Danilo Cavalcante, at least helped. His name is Yoda, a 4-year-old Belgian Malinois.
While they did extraordinary work, we had a tremendous assist from the public.
He said he'd been hiding under thick underbrush, and on 3 occasions said armed search teams came within 7 or 8 yards of him.
When we saw him on the news this morning, it was those guys who got him, and we were just so thankful.
He said he only moved at night, never during the day. He said he hid his fecal matter, number 2s, under leaves and brush so searchers wouldn't find out where he had been. He lived off stream water and a watermelon that he had stolen. After his interrogation, an 18-vehicle caravan brought Cavalcante into the State Correctional Institute here in Skippack.
And while willing to use violence to win his freedom, he was not, in the end, willing to die.
He had made a statement that he knew he had to pay for what he did, however, he wasn't willing to pay with his life.